Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Jeffrey Darty here, New Cosmic Knowledge. This is the morning mantra. We try to do this almost every morning, and I want to try to do it earlier in the morning than I've been doing it. But I don't know. Things I've been a little. I don't know. We're gonna keep doing them as soon as early as we can do them, and I know a lot of people like them and express appreciation for them, and I really appreciate it. And it's good to be here with you. And we all do need a little bit of a little something in our step every now and then. And it's nice to see Olga and Robert and Tracy and Auntie Popular and Scott and Lori and the Joe, Steady, Eddie, Tracy, Diana, Caroline, good to see you. And Caroline and I had a minute the other day, but see, just because you disagree with people about something, even profoundly, doesn't mean that you can't be friends anymore. So that goes without saying. If you didn't see The Last Stand last night, you really should check that out. You should really tune that in. You could probably forget about the last 10 minutes of the show, but other than that, it was very powerful. It was very, good morning, Alana. It was very powerful. It was just a lot of good information. It did get a little unwound at the end, but we won't talk about that. But check that out. It's a great show. We've got great guests coming up over the next few Monday nights. And even when there's not a guest, just with Jay and I, it's a really good time. And it's a really weird time as well. I think that a lot of people are going through some weird stuff. A lot of people going through some weird energy, and it's kind of crazy. And I woke up this morning and I wrote down a couple of things, but the thing I want to talk about today, and this other thing I want to talk about, crazy. But I wrote down sick of this. I wrote down better than this. And then we came up with fake it till you make it. And you know what? We're in some times now. We're in some times in these days. We're in some times in this place. And I know that I am unswervingly optimistic. Robert says, weird? No way. I am unswervingly optimistic. And I'm not unswervingly optimistic because I'm stupid. I'm not unswervingly optimistic because I don't get it. I'm not unswervingly optimistic because I don't live in the real world. I'm unswervingly, unwaveringly optimistic because I do get it and because I do understand, because I do live in the real world. And I do know remember, I'm an old guy, 55 years of experience. And, throughout the first 12 or so, or because you don't know what the hell you're doing anyway, but still, that's Bible college graduate, not a math major. Let's throw out the first 15 so I can do the math. That's still 40 years, ladies and gentlemen. 40 years of experience, 40 years of bitching and moaning and complaining and finding out that it doesn't work. And finding out that it doesn't matter if you complain because it doesn't do any good anyway. But what does work and what does do good and what does prove to be effective in managing not only your mindset, and that's what I thought originally it was, just managing your mindset, but it also helps you manage your reality when you become positive and optimistic and declaratively so. When you wake up and you're saying things like, I'm sick of this, I'm better than this, you start looking at things and you start understanding things. And when things come to your mind, and let's say that you just had a relationship breakup, somebody just walked out on you. You can complain about that. You can cry about that, and maybe you should. You can take some time and get over that. But what you're really, from 40 years of experience, what works is when you turn that shit around. Yes, dude just walked out on me. Yes, chick just walked out on me. But what are they making room for to happen next? I know it sounds silly. I know it sounds pie in the sky. I know it sounds like, oh, it's just mind over matter. Well, guess what? That's exactly what it is. And if somebody just walked out on you, if somebody just walked over your grave, I had to say it. If somebody just walked out on you, if somebody just gave up on you, yeah, you can miss them, but guess what? Ask yourself, okay, he left. What he left, so what did he open up room for? Something better. She left. As Tracy says, pruning makes way for new growth. She left. So what does that mean I've got room for now? And you can even say, he left, she left. What am I supposed to learn from this? I lost a whole bunch of money. Okay, you lost a whole bunch of money. Maybe that's going to give you an idea to make a whole lot more. I got really sick. Well, maybe you should ask yourself, I had to slow down. Being sick slowed me down. What am I supposed to hear that I wasn't listening to? Robert says his conflict is knowing this, but no action. Limitations are mind programming. It's not my style being handcuffed, so I think programmed. Robert, maybe you just need to slow down for a second and hear something that you haven't been hearing. Listen to something that you haven't been hearing, or hear something you haven't been listening to. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're stuck and can't move, maybe it's time to just think and listen and wait and hear. I don't know. That's just what came to me. And, you know, if something that you want to do blows up in your face, well, is there something better that you're supposed to do? Is there something more important that you're supposed to do? Or, like Stephanie was saying yesterday when we talked to Stephanie Lynn, maybe you keep doing the same stupid stuff over and over again, and it's time to say, you know what? Things keep happening, but I'm the common denominator for the things that keep happening. Maybe you just have to say, I'm screwed up. Maybe you just have to say, I'm making bad choices. Maybe you just have to say, I'm making bad decisions. Is losing something a gift? I found it almost every time it has happened. Yeah, losing something can be a gift because you get something to replace it with, or you realize you don't need it in the first place. I lost my lighter. Well, maybe it's time to stop smoking. Lit T says, why not call favor on a situation? That's a great idea. I mean, look at me. I went to South Florida, got a car wrecked, gave another one away, lost a house full of furniture, lost all my savings, got kicked out, and now here I am feeling better than ever. It's one of the best things that ever happened to me. Stuff is just stuff. Stuff can be replaced, but the stuff that happens in here and the stuff that happens up here, that's priceless. And I'm excited for what's going to happen next. I'm excited for where I'm going to go next. And you see, it's a choice, because that was only a few months ago. I could still be down in the dumps and feeling bad and, you know, crying in my beer. There's a tear in my beer because I'm crying for you, dear. It's an old country song. I could still be doing that. Or I could be really mad and really angry and really lashing out and really in that zone too. Losing everything is good for the soul, because the soul needs nothing, Caroline. The soul needs nothing. I could still be in that place, but instead I decided to not be in that place, because, as Andy Popular Girl says, these are very amazing times, and we can't okay, these are very amazing times, and we can't allow ourselves to miss them, because we are allowing ourselves and causing ourselves to miss them. There's great things that are going to happen, and there's terrible things that are going to happen. And a lot of times, the only difference between which one you experience is this, what is it, 8, 9, a foot between your ears. That's the only difference. It's like my granddaddy used to tell me, the man that had no shoes felt really bad till he met the man that had no feet. Somebody's always got it worse, cousin. And who said this? Every adversity holds the seed of a greater victory. And it's true. It's true. Doesn't mean it's not going to hurt. Doesn't mean you're not going to be lonely. Doesn't mean you're not going to be sad. Doesn't mean you're not going to be broke. Doesn't mean you won't be broke, busted, and disgusted. But it just means that you can, stupid cliche, take that frown, turn it upside down. I know it's dumb. Give yourself a checkup from the neck up. Look around in the ashes and look around in the destruction and find something to build on. Maybe it's just a pebble. Maybe it's just one little flat surface. Maybe it's one speck of green left in a charred world. Well, grab onto that and build on it. Every now and then we have to learn from the great philosopher, great American philosopher that wrote that movie Dumb and Dumber. When Jim Carrey asked the girl, what was her name? Lauren something, I think. He asked, is there a chance that we could be together? And she's like, maybe 1 in a million. Like, no. And he's like, so you're telling me there's a chance? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm that guy. Crap happens, says Madam Cat, to get you on to better things. Mourn the loss, then get busy. And some losses aren't even worth mourning. Some losses are not even worth mourning. What did that other great American philosopher, Taylor Swift, say? Shake it off, right? Some losses are just not even worth mourning because you gave too much of your good to those people anyway. You gave too much of your good to that situation anyway. Why even waste the time mourning it? Move on. I'm not saying that's my situation. I'm saying that's your situation, but I'm saying it could be. So just think about it, cousins. If you wake up thinking I'm better than this, if you wake up thinking I'm sick of this, you are, and you should be. You are, and you should be. You are better than this, and you should be sick of this. And just get past it. Just get over it. Let that stuff go, ladies and gentlemen. Just let that stuff go. History, yesterday's history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. History you can't change. Well, you probably can, and actually can, but for the purposes of this discussion, history you can't change. The future you can change, and your present you can change. So why do you spend all of your time worrying about the one part of time that you can't change? Quote unquote. Can't change history, can change the present, can change the future. So get over the history, let the history go, because your past doesn't equal your future. Learn from it, but make your present and build your future. Fake it until you make it. Well, Jeff, it just doesn't feel genuine. Well, guess what? It might not be genuine because you're dumb and you don't know how to do things right yet because you've been doing things wrong for so long. Quit the stinking thinking and get busy. That's right. So even though it feels robotic, even though it feels non-genuine, just start doing the thing. As soon as I get the power, I'll do the thing. No. You got to do the thing to get the power. Do the thing to get the power. Fake it till you make it. When the bad thoughts come, stop them, replace them with a good thought, even if it's robotic at first. Then you'll start picking up some momentum. Then you'll start getting on a roll. And then you'll be slap happy, stupid, optimistic like me. And at least you'll never be sad. That's the good part of it. Fake it till you make it, ladies and gentlemen. Life's too short, and we got too much to do for you to sit around in the garden eating worms. I don't know what that means, but my mom used to say it to me. Life's too short, and we got too much to do to be wallowing in self-pity, to be wallowing in regret, to be wallowing in bad feelings. Wipe your face, wash your face. There's a song, Miranda Lambert's song, It's Not My Mama's Broken Heart. Wash your face, girl. Put on your makeup. Do your hair. You don't have to look like a wreck, even if you are one. So that's part of faking it until you make it. Let go of material things. Let go of all things that aren't of love. Love is all that matters. And even if you think you've lost love, guess what? There's more love. And can I say this to you? I know that you don't like to hear it, but you think you just lost the only one that you'll ever love. Cousin, there's 8 billion people on this planet, 4 billion dudes, 4 billion chicks. And I guarantee you, out of 4 billion, there's another one out there for you. And guess what? Maybe you're the one for you. Just saying. All right, we could ramble on about this forever and ever, and I could sit here and philosophy and all that, but we're going to wrap this thing up. Got a good day of podcast excellence coming for you. That's funny. That's funny. Take a look back at our channel throughout the day. If you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you hit that little bell that's up in the right-hand corner, it'll let you know when I'm rolling out another version of Podcast Excellence. And I'm trying to give you more time now instead of just saying I'm going to be live in 2 minutes. So looking forward to seeing you the rest of today. And just for the next 10 minutes or 5 minutes or hour, try to turn everything around. Try to turn all the bad thoughts around, the negative thoughts around. Try to get up and wash your face. And Caroline says she doesn't wear makeup. I remember back when I was in the church, someone would say that, and I would say, well, every old barn needs a little paint. Not you, Caroline, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not against makeup. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I can't get through one show without saying something, at least one thing questionable. It's just my nature. So, ladies and gentlemen, fake it till you make it. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's get up. Let's get ourselves brushed off, and let's move on. We really are the last generation of real humans. We don't have time to be finding and, wallowing in self-doubt and wallowing in worry and wallowing in anything that's not constructive for us. And I know you've been through some bad stuff. Me too. I know mine's is not anything like yours, but come on, man. Fake it till you make it. Let's get this thing going. We're the last generation of real humans. Let's get up. Let's get going. Let's fake it till we make it. And guess what? If you do that, if you get busy, you forget about your problems. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Daugherty, New Cosmic Knowledge, last generation of real humans. Let's get busy.